Okay,
Section.
so this video exposes two facts or two sides. First is the fact that this government, the government of Senator Okpebholo, is being hypocritical or playing the hypocritical game, because the same people you said you don't know, the same people you said you had to go and demolish their secretariat because they are unknown, they are faceless, and all of that. You did what you did. The same people say you know them. They've collaborated with you to having schools renovated and some form of service done. The same people, they are saying that you're clueless. You don't have an ideology around what you're doing, because at least you know them. They sent letters to your offices. You responded to them. So why did you have to go behind to go and demolish people that have some level of partnership with you? That's the first part. The second part of this that is even more damaging to the reputation of the government is the fact that there is no public document anywhere that indicate that some of these schools that they have renovated or these assistance they have given to society, which of course is okay according to organizations, associations, society have permits all of that, is that it wasn't reported anywhere that they did. You'll be taking the glory. The same way so many federal government projects in the state is being taken as what you are doing. So when are you going to be open enough to tell Edolite, oh, I didn't do this project, I did this project? Your commissioner and you are dancing and jumping around all of these places everywhere, laying claim to ownership of all of this, spending money, whereas it is. And how many of these are you lying about? How many of projects like this?
So, guys, what is actually happening in those states? For some time now, Pheromone has been moving around on the social media about the governor of Edo State, Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo, most especially concerning this is demolition of building. According to him, they said that those buildings were used for kidnapping and related issues. Now, last week, he went to go and demolish the NBM secretariat, and this actually has made the president of the NBM to come out on Arise television to scatter table. I said to scatter table. Yes, the guy really came out to scatter table because the guy revealed a lot of things. To start with, he said that these boys that the governor said he don't know, the governor used most of these boys during his election. And before now, we dey hear some kind rumor wey dey happen concerning the governor, his deputy, and some of his cabinet. Rumor has it that they are members of different secret courts. I don't know how true it is, but I know one about Tony Kabaka. I've shared it on this platform, where Tony Kabaka himself was busy publicly announcing it to BBC that he's member of a court. He entered the court in order to protect himself and his territory. Now, this Tony Kabaka, as we all know, is an important person in this administration. Maybe I'll just do a video and drop that one also because I have some information regarding that. It has been on the public domain, but we try to neglect it. But the way it is now, this guy is coming out on Arise television to say the governor know these people. These people has been working with them. And secondly, he said the governor said he does not know NBM. How can the governor say that he does not know NBM when they've written to the governor that they want to renovate schools and carry out some kind of community service for the state, and the governor accepted? Again, according to him, they renovated 12 schools. And guys, make we no forget, say for the past few months now, what Okpebholo has been going on and on announcing on the social media, on the news, be saying they renovate schools, they change tables, and so many other things relating to school. So what this expose just they tell Nigerians and the people of Edo be say, it's not even the governor that is doing all of those things when they camouflage saying they do them. So if NBM has come out now to say they renovated 12 schools in Edo State, Okpebholo now have to show the people of Edo State and Nigerians the schools that himself has renovated, because from what it means now, he never did anything. It was not his government that has been doing it, and he has been collecting money and be canvassing. Guys, that is another thing. And now the NBM chairman has come out to said, according to the interview, I will leave the interview for you guys to watch, that the case, they've already sued Okpebholo, they've taken him to court. Now on the internet again this morning, I dey say and say Okpebholo, they talk say make EFCC and DSS made the arrest the NBM president. Una say Nigeria, I don't really understand. Okpebholo, most times this guy as a governor, the way he talks at times, I could just dey look am. So guys, before I drop the video of the interview, let's first of all see the reason why Okpebholo said they should arrest the NBM president. So they said the war against cultism in Edo State has taken a new turn on Monday evening as the governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo, called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ekpekotu, and the Director General of the Department of State Services, Mr. Ajayi, to arrest and persecute the president of the New Black Movement, NBM of Africa, Olorogun Ese Kako, over alleged forgery of official state government documents. He also said that the title document of the land on which the group built its secretariat, which was recently demolished, was being revoked by the government because the place was allegedly being used for violent crime. The statement by Okpebholo's Chief Press Secretary Fred Itohan said the governor stated this in a petition made to the security agency. The statement quotes the governor as accusing the president of the NBM of forging government documents which allegedly authorized him to provide assistance to schools in Edo South Senatorial District. So what is happening now is that the governor is trying to say, yes, they really carried out those exercises by assisting in renovating schools in Edo South Senatorial District. So guys, I'm going to drop it here where I leave the interview for you guys to watch. You will be shocked at the revelation the president of the NBM revealed concerning the governor of Edo State. So guys, watch till the end. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos. Drop your honest opinion with us in the comment section. Thanks and bye.
I know that you've, in that statement again, you mentioned the fact that it could be due to the fact that some members of your organization belong to the opposition party. But you have had, according to what you said in that statement, you've had a good relationship with the governor in time past. What do you think went wrong in the course of the event?
Actually, I truly do not have a good relationship.
I mean, your organization, the NBM, you talked about some humanitarian services that you've done,
yes, okay.
Even with the government of Edo State.
Yes, that's true. Sometime in February, we wrote to the Edo State government that we needed to carry out a back-to-school project on various schools, 12 schools, primary and secondary schools within Benin. And they wrote back to us and they gave us the names of the 12 schools we should visit. We should carry out our kind gestures, of which in less than a week, we renovated some schools. We gave them school desks, chairs, writing materials, the entire 12 schools. And the demolition truly has nothing to do with cultism, because NBM is not a cult group. NBM is a registered association, organization, that was vetted under the principles of Pan-Africanism and was founded in the year 1977, precisely the month of October, 16th of October, 1977. NBM as an organization is a humanitarian organization that also carries out, protects, preserves, and promotes African culture. The organization, for some time, there are some misconceptions.
Okay, so what do you make of the demolition, and can you give us, a detailed recount of the events that led to the demolition?
Okay, it was on Wednesday, the 30th day of April. We heard the news that the National Secretariat of NBM of Africa was being demolished by the Edo State government. And we are made to understand that the state government derives its power from the newly enacted Cultism and other similar groups law of 2025, signed into law, I think sometime in February 2025. And Section 7, as it is in that law, provide for the penalty and also demolition of guest house, hotels, clubs, and other related premises. That law, I've seen it, it did not specify residential buildings and the secretariat of an association like that of NBM of Africa. Also, that law, as it is, offends the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because you cannot order demolition of a property owned by anybody without first and foremost being tried and convicted by a competent court of law. Like in this case, the government based its decision on mere suspicion. The government said this place is used for, suspected to be used for criminal activities, but there is no evidence from the government. No suspect was traced to the National Secretariat. Nothing was, criminality was found in the National Secretariat before the demolition was ordered. They have a security man who works and takes care of this secretariat. He has been there working for over 10 years. If the place harbors criminal activities, I don't think the man will be there for so long.
Okay, let me come to Olorogun now. I know that you've, in that statement again, you mentioned the fact that it could be due to the fact that some members of your organization belong to the opposition party. But you have had, according to what you said in that statement, you've had a good relationship with the governor in time past. What do you think went wrong in the course of the event?
Actually, I truly do not have a good relationship.
I mean, your organization, the NBM, you talked about some humanitarian services that you've done,
yes, okay.
Even with the government of Edo State.
Yes, that's true. Sometime in February, we wrote to the Edo State government that we needed to carry out a back-to-school project on various schools, 12 schools, primary and secondary schools within Benin. And they wrote back to us and they gave us the names of the 12 schools we should visit. We should carry out our kind gestures, of which in less than a week, we renovated some schools. We gave them school desks, chairs, writing materials, the entire 12 schools. And the demolition truly has nothing to do with cultism, because NBM is not a cult group. NBM is a registered association, organization that was vetted under the principles of Pan-Africanism and was founded in the year 1977, precisely the month of October, 16th of October, 1977. NBM as an organization is a humanitarian organization that also carries out, protects, preserves, and promotes African culture. The organization, for some time, there are some misconceptions or controversies surrounding the organization based on the wrong narratives that are out there. You can't give us a name not ascribed to us, calling us different. Severally, I've said...
So you agree that there are some misconceptions,
yes,
as regards the image of the organization out there?
Yes, based on the wrong narratives out there. People are really... So
would you entirely fault the move of the government under this secret cult and similar activities prohibition law 2025, under which the governor carried out the demolition? We
should be asking where he got his intelligence from, because I know no law enforcement agent will give out such false intelligence out to the governor. The governor was ill-advised because his actions were clueless and unwarranted.
Okay.
His actions were irrational.
Okay, Chief Kelvin, you mentioned that you would be taking some legal actions as the NBM. Can you bring us up to speed on some of the legal actions you've taken and where are we in all of this?
First and foremost, we have filed an action at the Federal High Court in Benin under the Fundamental Rights Enforcement Procedures to challenge the action of the state government, because it has breached the right of the association to own property. The section 42 and 43 of the Constitution provide for ownership of property anywhere in Nigeria. The association is a body corporate that can own property. Also, the association was not given fair hearing before the demolition took place. Also, we are going to challenge the law, the section of the law the governor is deriving his power from in demolishing properties, not only the property of NBM, but other properties that were demolished. For instance, there was one where the son was allegedly suspected of murdering a lady. The son is still under investigation. His father was the one who reported the case to the police. Before the conclusion of the investigation, the man's house was demolished. They ought to have charged the case to court, found guilty, and the court would thereafter make an order of demolition of forfeiture of the property. This did not happen before this demolition took place. Just as in the case of the NBM of Africa's Secretariat, no investigation was carried out. No suspects were traced to the property. No activity, however so-called, whether cultism, kidnapping, or any other activity, was traced to the property by way of investigation or otherwise. The governor or the government of Edo State acted on impulse without investigation and without the case being first and foremost charged to court and determine whether the property or the owners of the property use it for criminal activities. Therefore, it's very, very unlawful for the state government to order demolition without giving fair hearing. So we are going to challenge that section of the law that empowers the state government to demolish properties without giving the owners fair hearing. Also, we are also going to court to file a case claiming damages. The property is worth more than 1.5 billion. We are going to claim Naira. We are going to claim both special and general damages. Special damages, we are going to itemize all the properties owned that we are contained therein. They will quantify. Then also the cost of erecting that building to the final stage. That building was completed in 2022. We are going to quantify all and claim special damages. And they have denied all the use of that secretariat. So we're also going to claim general damages against this state government.
All right, a lot of claims there. But you mentioned that you've tried to get the attention of the government. What has the response been like?
The matter is already in court, so I don't even need the attention.
You don't need the attention?
I don't need the attention of the state government. I already need the law to take its to take his own place. You know, the governor has acted on impulse, and that particular facility has 24 CCTV cameras. If he's working, if truly he got his intelligence from the right people, they should have requested for those CCTV footages to know if that facility is being used for activities as he claims. So the case is already in court, and the Federal High Court Benin will take his own decision ruling on the issue. And we want to appeal that we will continue to work with the security agencies to curb out criminalities wherever we find ourselves. The organization has over 100 zones in Nigeria, and each of these zones have their own secretariat. So I wonder why you will leave the secretariat owned by the zone in Benin to go and destroy the international secretariat. These particular boys you claim are cultists, you patronize them.
How do you mean?
He patronizes them, he gives them money. He patronizes them during their elections. Once his elections, they will use them, and after using them, they will come back to claim that the same boys are members of an organization. These particular people you patronize, I don't know them. You've never contacted the leadership of the organization to find out if truly these persons you patronize are members of the organization. So why would you go to the international secretariat to demolish? In Edo State, we have over 12 secretariats owned by the local zones. Even in his own Ishan land, we have a zone there, and there's a secretariat. Why didn't you destroy that one?
Oh, well, that would be for the governor to answer. But let me come to you, Chief Kelvin. Let's talk more on the political undertones that you claim have led to this demolition.
Okay, we have members of the organizations that are members of different political parties. Particularly in Edo State, we have members who are in the opposition party. Like, apart from the National Secretariat being demolished, two properties belonging to members of the organization were marked for demolition. And these members are in the opposition party. So, and the demolition of the secretariat flow from the malice held against these two prominent members of the opposition party. For instance, the houses marked for demolition belong to them, and they know that they are members of the organization. Not just members, notable members of the organization, and they are also notable members of the society, responsible members of the society. The malice flow from their membership of the opposition party in Edo State. So it ought not to have been extended to the organization, even extended to their personal property, without proper investigation. Because they are claiming that they use their houses and hotels to hold meetings, to launch criminal activities. They ought to have carried out investigation and ascertained this a fact before coming to the conclusion and ordering the said demolition. You know.
Okay, Olorogun, we were talking earlier about the perception of the group or your organization, the negative perception that it has. How do you intend to correct this? Because this could also lead to, further issues in the future. Even if you maybe scale this particular issue and you win the case in court, how do you intend to correct that negative perception that your organization has out there?
The organization, the activities of the organization is open to everybody. In the last 3-4 years, every of our activities are being monitored by the security agencies, most especially the Department of State Security. The last meeting we had at Ebonyi, we had 4 DSS personnel inside the meeting. Okay. We were part of it. In the year 2022, we had our convention in Benin, where DSS members were part of the meeting to monitor proceedings.